All right, Shalom Akim, Shalom, Shalom, Lahab Bakoyim, Shah Yasha Allah. This is your brother Zakaria Allah, branched out here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Come with another lesson through the Spirit. Lord willing, this will be edifying to the Lord's elect. Before I get started with this lesson, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Vakaha Kodash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, of whom I've grown in this truth under. Shalom to the Akim out there that's pushing the truth, that's laboring in the word, and that's pushing the gospel of the great kingdom that's soon to come. Shalom to the Akwath that's listening in, that's remaining true to the faith, and remaining faithful and submissive to their husbands and guiding their children. And shalom to the hopeful elect of the 12 tribes that scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. You Israelite foreigners out there who live among the heathen and who look like those heathen nations, but your lineage goes back to the progenitors of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel through the line of your fathers. I want to say peace and blessings to you all, Barakatham. All right. So this is going to be a real impromptu lesson. You know what I'm saying? Just going to roll in the spirit with this one, but I want to do a land back off a lesson that I was watching this morning, with regards to, well, it was a lesson that was being held by the elders, the elder Yashawamba and the brothers of Dallas, you know what I'm saying, in Dallas, Texas. And they started their lesson going on into the subject of the kingdom that's soon to come, all right, which is, the kingdom of heaven, all right, the kingdom of heaven, which will be governed by the throne of David, okay. And the thing about the kingdom of heaven is that it's not really given enough, shall I say, it's not given enough explanation, you know what I'm saying? All right. You'll definitely hear from the prophets, you know what I'm saying, the men of the Lord, from the men of GMS, you know what I'm saying, and the men of the likewise doctrine, you know what I'm saying, beginning with our apostles, all right, we'll explain to you what the kingdom of heaven is. But these so-called Christians, you know what I'm saying, in the Christian church and whatnot, the Catholic church or what have you, you know what I'm saying, these jokers that hold this book, you know what I'm saying, they never go into the concept of what the kingdom of heaven actually is. All right. They have the masses thinking that it's the heavenly realm, you know what I'm saying, where the Lord, the Heavenly Father dwells, and along with the angels in the heavenly dimension. All right. When that's not the case. You know what I'm saying? The kingdom of heaven takes place here on earth. You see what I'm saying? The kingdom of heaven takes place here. It's not going to be out in the stars, man. You see what I'm saying? Now, the kingdom of heaven will have a heavenly aspect to it. Okay? It will most certainly have a heavenly aspect to it. But it's also going to be in this third dimension that you see. Okay? Think of it this way. Think of it like a slice of heaven on earth, okay, to be witnessed by mere mortals. Think of it that way. All right? And as the scriptures say, no man has ever seen the Heavenly Father and lived, right? And the reason why is because we're in these mortal flesh. We're in these mortal bodies, okay? But the scriptures tell us that we're going to be in heavenly bodies, all right? Heavenly bodies able to do the things that mortals can do here, okay? I bring out the example, all right, all the time. It's to use the analogy, it's like the character Blade, the Marvel character Blade, okay? And he's known as the Daywalker. He's a vampire, but is also able to walk in the sun. So he has all of the powers, he has all the strengths of a vampire, but none of the weaknesses of a vampire. You see what I'm saying? And he's able to live as a human. Okay? Well, that's what it's going to be like for the children of Israel. The children of Israel are going to be, to use another term of analogy, the children of Israel are going to be like the elves. All right, the elves of Middle Earth. You know what I'm saying? If you read the Lord of the Rings books, all right, or if you watch the movies, the elves were immortal. The elves were the fairest and the wisest of all beings, right? Well, that's what the Israelites are going to be. Okay? So when you think about that aspect, the Israelites are a conduit. Okay? The Israelites are the representation of the Heavenly Father, as they were always meant to be. You know what I'm saying? They were always meant to be that way. So when the people, all right, the nations was to look on the Israelites, they would see the Heavenly Father. Okay? They would see the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob through the children of Israel. Okay? Matter of fact, let me see if I can find that precept. Real quick. All right, this is Deuteronomy chapter 32 and verse 8. It reads, "When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance," all right, when the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, okay, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. Okay, so all these other nations, the Moabites, the Chinese, the Ammonites, the Japanese, the Ishmaelites, the Arabs, you see what I'm saying? So on and so forth. Okay, all these nations was separated, okay, and was meant to be under the children of Israel. Okay? They were meant to be in a position to look up to the children of Israel. All right? And we was always meant to live on this planet as gods, if you will. Okay? And that's what the scriptures say. So, an immortal race of people living on this planet, okay, and all the other nations would look to this people. All right? Now, this is a kingdom that's soon to come. This is a kingdom that is going to be governed by the Heavenly Father's beloved Son, Yahushua. Okay? And it will be, and the rule will be given to the head of the 144,000 being King David. All right? And the rest of the 12. So on and so forth. So that's going to be the governing body. It's going to be Yahushua, okay, and the first fruits. The first fruits being the 144,000 men, okay, which were ordained from the beginning of the earth, and they're going to bring righteousness and order to the world. So let's go to Isaiah. Real quick. Let me see. I believe it's the second chapter. All right, so Isaiah chapter 2. All right, Isaiah chapter 2 and verse 1. It says, "The word of Isaiah, the son of Amos, saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house, okay, the mountain of the Lord's house. When you go into the word for mountains, all right, it's talking about forms of governments, okay, forms of government. Mountains are high government, you know what I'm saying? Hills and valleys is lower governments, okay? And it says the mountain of the Lord's house. The Lord's house is what? It's the children of Israel, okay? Jerusalem is a people first before it's a place, okay? And it says that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains and shall be exalted above the hills, and all the nations shall flow unto it. Okay, all the nations were always meant to look up to the children of Israel, to learn the ways, all right, the ways of the Heavenly Father through the children of Israel. Okay, the children of Israel, okay, are known also as Zion. In the Hebrew, it's Tazion, which means a memorial. So, like I said, when the people look at the children of Israel, they're supposed to see the Heavenly Father through us. Okay? Just like Yahushua, when Yahushua said, if you have seen me, you have seen the Father. Okay? So in likewise manner, when the nations see the children of Israel in the times to come, it's going to be as if they're looking at Yahushua, okay, himself. So continuing on, verse 3, it says, and many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the God of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. Okay, you have to understand what the kingdom of heaven actually is. Okay, an entire mind frame is going to shift. Okay, a whole world view is going to be different. You see what I'm saying? This is why you're being told. This is why you're told now to come out of her, my people. You know what I'm saying? Or to separate yourselves from the ways of this world, okay? Because we're coming into another glory, okay? We're coming into another mind frame, another mind shift, okay? A whole different frame of thinking. You see? Let's go to Psalms chapter 82, because I mentioned, that the Israelites are going to be a race of immortals. Okay? Well, that's merely the children of Israel coming back to what they once were, all right, in the ancient world. Before they were known as Israelites, we were known as sons of God. Okay? We were known as the sons of God before we fell, all right, before we fell into sin. You see what I'm saying? Before we fell into sin and followed the ways of the heathen. That's why the scriptures say, there was nothing new under the sun. The same way we fell into the ways of the heathen today, it's the same way we fell into the ways of the heathen long time past. Okay? Back in the ancient world. It's no different. All right? This is Psalms chapter 82. Psalms chapter 82 and verse 6. It reads, I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High. It's talking about the Israelites. All right? But ye shall die like men. So we would die, we would no longer be immortal. Okay? We would be mortals. We would be subject to death. We would be subject to old age. All right? So on and so forth, right? Due to the fact that we fell. That's where you get the word Napoleon. Okay? The word in the Bible, it says Nephilim. In the Hebrew is Napoleon. Okay, Nepal means the fallen ones, and that's what we did. We fell from grace. And that's what the whole thing is talking about. It's talking about the children of Israel coming back to that original state that they once were in the ancient world, but in a perfected way. Okay, in the perfected state. Okay, so it says, "But ye shall die like men, and fall like one of the princes." You see? Arise, O power, judge the earth, for thou shalt inherit all nations. Okay? And he's going to inherit all these nations by the hand of his son, Yahushua. And as I said, the governing body is going to consist of the 144,000 headed by King David and the 12. Okay? Or the rest of the 12, because King David is at the helm of the 12. Right? Excuse me. So let's see. Let's go to Matthew. All right, this is Matthew chapter 6. Matthew chapter 6 and verse... Matthew chapter 6 and verse 9, it reads, "After this manner, therefore pray ye, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven." Okay, on earth as it is in heaven. Many so-called Christians read this passage and they have no understanding of what it's talking about. This is talking about the throne of David. You see what I'm saying? This is talking about the entire rulership of righteousness that's going to take hold on this planet when Yahushua returns. Okay? And he takes down all these nations during the war of Armageddon. You see what I'm saying? When all these nations are fighting in World War III, that's when Yahushua returns. And he takes all these nations down. Okay? That begins his rulership. All right? And that begins the 1,000-year reign on the earth. Okay? That first dominion. That's what we're talking about, man. Let me see. Let's go to Isaiah. Let's go back to Isaiah. Isaiah chapter... Isaiah chapter 9. All right, Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 6, it says, "For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty Power, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace." You see? "Of the increase of his government and peace there shall be no end, upon the throne of David, and upon his kingdom to order it." All right, these so-called Christians never go into that. They never go into the fact that Yahushua is going to be ruling, okay, on the planet. They never go into the fact that the children of Israel are going to be the ruling world power. Okay? They never go into that. They tell you that everyone's just going to wisp away into heaven and that's the end of the story. No, man. No, the Lord comes down and sets up a throne, a government, a kingdom here. You see what I'm saying? Where riches will flow through. Okay? Commerce. All types of things, man. You know what I'm saying? Building lands, agriculture, all types of things. Okay? It's going to be taking place here. Right? So let me see. let's go to Revelation. All right, this is Revelation chapter 21. Revelation chapter 21 and verse 1, it says, "And I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away." Okay, meaning dominion, the first dominion, all right, or the shall I say, the age of rulership. That's when all these nations are taken away, man. All right, Esau, Edom, he's the last heathen to rule the world. Okay, he's the last heathen nation, you see what I'm saying, to have dominion on the planet. So that's going to be the old way that's going to be passing away, right? And the new word, the new world is going to be coming. You see? "And I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea." No more sea, meaning the people. And what that means is no more heathen nations that will rule the planets, or the planet, that will rule the earth. You know what I'm saying? In their dynasties or what have you. All right. When you go into the different empires, the different dynasties of, you know, the Moabites, the Ammonites, okay, the Persians, so on and so forth. Okay? It's going to be no more of that. Verse 2, "And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from the Most High out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband." Okay, that's when the 144,000, the elect, all right, and the 1/3 remnant, and along with the rest of the remnant scattered abroad, all right, when all the Israelites, you know what I'm saying, that was ordained from the beginning, come down from those chariots, all right, we're going to be arrayed in fine linen, as the scriptures say. We're going to be decked out perfectly pure. Okay? Like a bride, as a bride adorned for her husband. "And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of the Most High is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and the Most High himself shall be with them and be their God." All right? This is when the new rulership officially takes place. All right? After the elect of the nation of Israel are beamed up, you know what I'm saying, from all corners of the globe, after we engage in that royal feast with His Highness Yahweh Shai, okay, we drink of that wine. We have a whole coronation. We have a whole ceremony. We have a whole celebration. You see, up in those chariots, man. And then we come down for however long we're up there. Okay, at a certain point we're gonna come down, and that's when the work starts. We're gonna start fixing this place. We're gonna start cleaning it up. Okay, we're gonna have these heathen in chains. They're gonna do this work. Okay, they're gonna do this hard labor. Okay, and for 1,000 years, this planet will be completely changed and fixed up. You see? Verse 4 says, "And the Most High shall wipe away all tears from their eyes." All right? From whose eyes? You Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Indians, Hispanics, Seminole Indians, all right? You Israelite foreigners that's been scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth, who go back to these people, okay, through the line of your fathers, those that were ordained, those that are predestined, you see? The elect. right? And the Most High shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, all right? Immortality. Neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. For the former things are passed away. Esau, Edom, and his mark, his you know what I'm saying, his digital prison, it's all gonna be gone. It's all gonna be gone. You see what I'm saying? Him going around the world, cutting down trees, all right, endangering different animal species. That's gonna be over with. Okay? All right, it says, verse 5, and he that sat upon the throne said, Behold, I make all things new. And he said unto me, Write, for these words are true and faithful. Okay? And he said unto me, It is done. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. I will give unto him that is athirst of the fountain of the water of life freely. He that overcometh shall inherit all things, and I will be his power, and he shall be my son. But the fearful and unbelieving, and the abominable, and murderers, and whoremongers, and sorcerers, and idolaters, and all liars shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone. That's what happens when these nukes fall and drop. Okay, it's going to be so many nukes that drop and pummel this place. It's going to look like a lake of fire from up high. Okay, because when the elect are beamed up, the elect are going to have a bird's eye view of what the earth looks like with all that nuclear power dropping down in one place, America. You see what I'm saying? And it'll look like a lake of fire. Okay? Which is the second death. The second death is talking about a worldwide event, okay, of catastrophic proportions. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to overshadow what went down in the time of Noah. During the time of Noah, that was the first death. What we're about to see here in Babylon the Great, aka America, that's going to be known as the second death. Okay? So you continue on, and it speaks of, you know, of glorious the glorious future of the kingdom. Okay? But that's what it's going into, man. That's what it's going into. After a certain amount of time, when the elect are beamed up, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna be able to get those crowns. Lord willing, I'm among that number. Okay, we'll receive crowns, receive palms, you know what I'm saying, meaning victory. Okay? And after we're done celebrating, we're coming down to fix this place. Clean it up. You see what I'm saying? Starting with putting these heathen in chains. Okay? Especially the elite of these Edomites. Especially them, man. As is written in the book of Psalms, chapter 149. You see what I'm saying? We're gonna put their nobles and their kings and nobles in chains and fetters of iron, man. All right. But you know, I can go deeper into it, man. But you know, that's pretty much what I wanted to hit on. You know, the kingdom of heaven is going to be far out, man. It's going to be amazing. All right, amazing. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, let me read a little bit here. Let me read a little bit. Revelation chapter 21, verse 11, it says, having the glory of the Most High, and her light was like unto a stone most precious, even like a jasper stone, clear as crystal, and had a wall great and high, and had 12 gates, and at the gates 12 angels, and names written thereon, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. Okay? On the east 3 gates, on the north 3 gates, on the south 3 gates, and on the west 3 gates. And the walls of the city had 12 foundations, and in them the names of the 12 apostles of the Lamb. And he that talked with me had a golden reed to measure the city, and the gates thereof, and the wall thereof. And the city lieth foursquare, and the length is as large as the breadth. And he measured the city with the reed, 12,000 furlongs. The length and the breadth and the height of it are equal. All right, and it goes on. It goes on about the glorious garnishings. You know what I'm saying? All right. Verse 18. And the building of the wall of it was as jasper, and the city was pure gold, like unto clear glass. And the foundations of the wall of the city were garnished with all manner of precious stones. The first foundation was jasper, the second sapphire, the third carcinity, the fourth an emerald, the fifth sardonyx, the sixth sardius, the seventh chrysolite, the eighth beryl, the ninth a topaz, the 10th a chrysoprase, chrysoprasus, the 11th a jacinth, the 12th an amethyst. All right. And the 12 gates were 12 pearls. Every several gate was of one pearl, and the street of the city was pure gold, as it were transparent glass. Can you imagine this, man? You know what I'm saying? And the heathen will be commanded to come up to this great city once a year to partake in the Feast of Tabernacles. You see? And as we read in the book of Isaiah, the 2nd chapter, all right, these heathen are going to want to come up to us. They're going to want to come to our city. They're going to want to flow unto it. You know what I'm saying? They're going to want to come to see us. They're going to want to come to see how wonderful our city looks. The gates are going to always be open. You see what I'm saying? The gates are going to always be open. All right, you read in Isaiah the 60th chapter, okay? It goes into all the wonderful things that's going to be flowing into us. You know what I'm saying? The wealth, the riches, you know what I'm saying? The fruits, okay? The finest of their fragrances and myrrh, you know what I'm saying? Frankincense. All these things, man. So we got some great things to look forward to. And this is what nobody gets into, man. You know what I'm saying? The fact that these nations are going to be under our foot, all right, for 1,000 years. After 1,000 years, the Edomites are eradicated, as is written in Obadiah verse 18. Okay? And all the other nations get to go back into their lands, live in peace, okay? And they'll constantly come up to our home, okay? And that's going to be that's going to be something to behold, man. All right, a righteous rulership. You know what I'm saying? Fair, okay? A fair exchange. You see? All right. After 1,000 years, they're no longer going to be our slaves. They're going to be our servants. You see what I'm saying? And they can come and work for us. The same way it was under the rule of King Solomon. You know what I'm saying? He gave these heathen nations, all right, employment. You see? So yeah, man, that's pretty much it. I want to touch on that, you know what I'm saying, do a land back, like I said. And Lord willing, this was edifying to you, Lord, to the Lord's elect, all right? So there's been your brother Zakaria Allah, branched out here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. In closing, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Ruach Kodash, double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and whom I've grown in this truth under. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. All right, shalom.